It's 96.3 The Blaze, Missoula's rock station. I'm Angel here with Jason, and we've got Neil Fallon of Clutch on the phone.
Hi, Angel. How are you?
Now, just so you know, I've got Jason in here duoing the interview with me. So here's Jason.
Hey, Neil.
Hey, Jason.
So, Neil, are you guys in Billings right now?
That is correct.
And you're going to make it over here, right, with the weather and everything?
Barring any end times type weather, we're going to do our damnedest to get over there.
Hell yeah, because we got a bunch of people looking forward to this tomorrow night at the Wilma. You've got Clutch, local openers, Uncommon Evolution. Now, Neil, a lot of times when we talk to bands, they talk a lot about how much they hate being on tour just because they're away from their families and it's really exhausting. What's your favorite thing about being on tour?
It's a bit of an education. I mean, you get to meet people in a very real situation, outside the tourist route. And I find that people really are a lot alike, despite where they might be from, and I think that's an education you can't get in school or in a book. You have to just get out there, and I feel very fortunate to have been able to been a graduate of the School of the Road for almost 30 years now, and it does suck at times to be away from one's family, but when I'm at home and the band's at home, we're there 24/7, and we don't have AM, PM commutes to contend with.
You could probably feel a little bit responsible for making all those people kind of the same, because we're all listening to Clutch, which means no matter which part of the country or the world you're from, you have something in common.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's when you put a bunch of people in a dark room with loud music and beer, it's kind of like the great equalizer.
For sure.
At the end of the day, I think people just want to have a good time, and we're lucky to kind of be able to facilitate that, in whatever way we can, for an hour and a half out of their lives.
With that said, Jason actually had a pretty great question for you.
Neil, I'm a huge Clutch fan. I've been just praised Clutch. I just wonder, do you have a name for your fans? Are we Clutch heads?
It didn't come from us, but I think on the early the salad days of our website, there was a message board, and I believe they started calling each other gearheads.
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 Right. Oh, right. I've heard that before. All right.
Yeah, and I don't know who started it, and we certainly don't take credit, but that's kind of the type of thing that just let it live, and that's cool. It's flattering.
I like it. Term of endearment when you're a fan of Clutch. So with this latest album, Book of Bad Decisions, what was your proudest moment during recording?
It's hard to say. I mean, I will say this: it was probably the easiest record we've ever done. We did, it's longer than compared to some of our other records. We recorded 15 songs, and we did it all in 3 weeks.
Wow!
It was so easy. It kind of made me a bit nervous, because usually at the end of recording a record, I'm pulling my hair out, and I'm just a wreck. But this time I just kind of felt like it wasn't work, and that kind of made me feel not uncomfortable, but a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
But I think that's goes to Vance Powell's credit, because personalities have to battle, and we got along like peas and carrots.
That's incredible. Yeah, you can kind of tell when you're listening to the album. It is just, from beginning to end, you just want to listen to the entire thing. It's not one of those things where you want to listen to a single. You want to listen to it all from beginning to end. It flows really well. So we're digging the Book of Bad Decisions. The tour with Clutch is coming to town tomorrow night. We've got Neil Fallon on the phone, and we don't know how, but you can still get tickets. You can pick those up right there at the Top Hat. Jason, do you have any last words for Neil?
Yeah, one quick one for you, Neil. On the video Ghoul Wrangler, the gun at the end, is it a Remington, Winchester? Where can I pick one of those up at?
That's a Frankenstein that was built, which I believe it's a BB gun that was taken apart and put together, so you're going to have to make it yourself. I don't think that's available at your local Walmart.
Dang it.
So we're going to have to study that video and put one together. Neil, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this afternoon.
Thanks, Neil.
Right on. Be good.
Well, I think Jason is close to heart attack from speaking with his hero, so I'm glad that ended. Just for Jason's sake, but that was Neil Fallon from Clutch. The show is tomorrow night at the Wilma. All the cool kids are going, and mad props to Uncommon Evolution out of Whitefish for nailing down the gig of opening up for the legendary Clutch. Tickets are available at the door. You can pick them up today for a couple bucks cheaper at the Top Hat. We'll get back to music with Clutch next on 96.3 The Blaze.